Good day, class. Welcome to the last session for this unit standard. In this session, we will apply strategies to motivate others in leadership. There are techniques that leaders can use to motivate a team. We will briefly look at the 10 ways to motivate your staff. The first step is fulfilling the needs of your employees. In order for a person to be motivated, they need to have an unfulfilled need. The needs differ from person to person. It can be monetary needs, social needs, or anything that puts you in a space to act on change. People are motivated because they need something that they don't have. In most cases, people have more than one unfulfilled need, and it's your responsibility as a leader to figure out what these needs are. This also includes determining a way which will be cost-effective. The second step is giving autonomy and empowerment. Autonomy is giving an employee enough flexibility to do their job their own way and have the capacity to make their own decisions. This motivation technique is effective because some employees desire flexibility. It allows them to have outstanding work performance. Empowerment is granting your employees a level of autonomy to act like an entrepreneur. The empowered can make more decisions, are responsible for more tasks, and they thus feel more connected and accountable for their work. The third step is related to pay, recognition, and benefits. Some people are motivated by incentive pay and some are not. It is possible to be overpaid with a job that you do not like. In these cases, it happens that the incentive pay motivates you through the recognition or status that comes with the pay. The fourth step is delegating responsibility and accountability to your employees. You can help your employees feel a greater degree of investment in their work by delegating responsibility and accountability to them. This responsibility not only pushes your employees to deliver, but gives them a greater feeling of accomplishments when they do. The fifth step is cultivating a positive culture and atmosphere that encourages motivation to cultivate a positive culture in the workplace. If people feel miserable and discontent, they will not be motivated. You should create an open atmosphere in the company which is enjoyable and empowering to your employees. This in turn will result in your staff staying motivated. The sixth step is praise. A pat on the back can do wonders to an employee's motivation. You should reward their work so that they are motivated to deliver again. This helps making the employee feel valued in the company. The lack of motivation drains your employees' motivation. You should let your staff know when they are doing a great job. The seventh step is nurturing the feeling of accomplishment. For the employees who are looking for a feeling of accomplishment, it is important to assign them projects and give them this feeling because they will always be driven to deliver repeatedly. The eighth step is the career level, which is potential indicator of motivation. A person who is invested in their career or career development is more likely to be motivated than one who is just looking for a job. The difference between someone who is looking for a job and someone who is career-driven is that a person looking for a job wants to satisfy one need, which is money, whereas the other party is more career invested and has more long-term wants. The ninth step is working in teams. It can be very motivating since people have social affiliation needs and hope to be a team player. When a person feels like they are contributing something to the team and they are valued, they become more invested in the team's success. The last step is one's own desires. Some people are naturally motivated, and you might not reveal what their needs are, nor do you need to know them. In these cases, the person knows what's the need, and they motivate themselves to achieve. People like this normally excel in performance and go to the extreme measures for the sake of the company, which is why you should support their talents and make sure that they are happy. These 10 steps are just examples of how you can motivate your staff. It might not work for everyone, since everyone has unique needs. It is important to ensure that you reward good behavior by fulfilling your employees' needs and making sure that they keep up with the good work. It is very essential to lead by example. If you are in a leadership position, you have a great responsibility to your team. Your teammates look to you for guidance and strength. A great part of your responsibility is to lead them by your actions. As a leader, it is a part of your responsibility to inspire the people around you to strive for better. If they strive for better, it will result in the growth and development of the company, which is why it is important to show the way through leading by example. A great example of a person who led by example would be Mahatma Gandhi, who was a living testament of what he taught by being committed to non-violent resistance to protest injustice, and that resulted in him having many people follow him, and he led them and India to independence. If you do not lead by example, your team will find it hard to trust you and believe in you and dedicate themselves to your cause. Good leaders push their people forward with excitement, inspiration, trust, and vision. If you fail to do so, the vision you have may lose its appeal due to the fact that your team no longer has faith in you. It is crucial to stick to your word and act the way that you expect people to act towards you. There are important factors that play a major role in motivating employees. These factors are information, communication, empathy, decision-making, and environment. Information is very important to management because it helps with decision-making. Information about employees' behavioral patterns and motivational aspects does not have to be complicated and thorough. It can be basic as long as it is the required information. An information overload can be bad for the decision-making because it can result in management having to process a lot of information, and that can consume a lot of time and might complicate structuring rewards and incentive schemes for complex situations. It is very crucial to create a positive and conductive environment because it results in people being motivated about work priorities. It happens quite often that an organization fails to pay attention to the employees' relations, communication, recognition, and involvement issues that are important to people. The starting point in achieving this is by creating a motivating environment, by putting an end to taking action that demotivates people. You should strive to identify and take action that motivates people. Clearly communicating workplace expectations and guidelines for professional behavior is quite helpful because it helps everyone know what is expected of them. There are other means you can make use of to create a motivating working environment that might be more suitable for your workplace. Team members appreciate being informed of the progress that is being made towards achieving the goal or objectives set, which requires management and team leaders to provide teams with ongoing feedback. Your aim is to deliver feedback in a respectful and constructive way that will help your listeners hear your feedback in a positive manner. It is not guaranteed that your message will be received in the way you intended to be heard, but there are 10 steps you can use to try achieving this. The first step is to identify the problem clearly and specifically. This step requires you to take time to identify the problem clearly and then organize the issues that need to be addressed. The second step is to select a time and place where you will not be interrupted and where the environment is appropriate to the type of message you are delivering. The third step is setting the stage. You should acknowledge that it is difficult to hear feedback. In most cases, people will take feedback personally. It is not useful to make the feedback about a specific behavior and not about the individual. The fourth step is describing the behavior that you see. You should be specific and stick to the facts. The fifth step is making your case. You should detail the implication of how this issue affects others, oneself, and the success of the company. The sixth step is holding your ground. If they push you back, then you need to listen for new information, but hold your ground and continue to be specific until it is clear that the message is understood. The seventh step is exploring. Before you can develop a plan for change, you need to fully understand the total context in which the behavior occurs. The eighth step is describing the positive consequences in order to build a commitment to change. The ninth step is you describing the negative consequences if the individual is still pushing back. If the person you are giving feedback to cannot use constructive feedback, you will need to decide whether you want to accept their behavior or end the relationship. The last step is planning for change. The plan should include arrangement of the stated problem and a detailed action plan with milestones for progress reviews. Goals vary from one project to the next and from one staff member to another. Therefore, you must always reward top performance and must be as clear as possible to your staff on what you consider to be performance. You must also have a plan and culture to motivate less than top achievers to strive to do better. You should keep notes on your employees' performance, both good and bad, throughout the year, so that you can reward people for a longer-term performance rather than skipping them because of a mistake they made the previous week. Part of the recognition factor in rewarding employees is your involvement. It is also important that when dealing with non-cash rewards, that you tailor them to the individual as much as possible. It is recommended to keep the compensation plan simple. It may seem logical to offer group rewards and then to leave individual rewards for things such as base pay. Empowerment is more than simple delegation. It is giving the employee the authority, training to make decisions with defined boundaries. Through these actions, employees gain power and potential to both grow and strengthen the company. When you empower employees, you give them the power to improve their work performance. Personal success is a major tool in inspiring oneself. When you become successful in what you do, you get inspired to do more. When other people see you succeed, they also get motivated to do the same. True role models are those who have the qualities that we would like to have, and those who have affected us in a way that makes us want to be better people. We have come to the end of our unit standard. I hope you were able to grasp the lesson. Take care, everyone.